Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back to our channel. My name is Becc. I am the founder of the group coaching membership Dare Darling, where we take successful women from playing it small, playing it safe, living lives hijacked by a sense of obligation and the need for external validation that's crept up in their lives as high achievers, to being women who are self-governing again, women who write their own rules and they are the ones who rule their life, to women who feel safe enough, assured enough in themselves to be daring again, to dare to be different, to choose something different, to be disapproved of or disliked if needed, in the name of being able to show up authentically for themselves, being able to be free in their lives and live a life that's really fulfilling to them. We have the most brilliant group of doctors in the program right now, and they are sparking the most wonderful coaching topics, and I do not want you to miss out on these life-changing coaching cases, and of course for you to have the opportunity to get coached too. So the link is down below to join Dare Darling if you are ready to start walking the talk in your life. If you feel like you are not fully showing up in your beliefs and your values, if there's a gap between what you believe and who you want to be and who you're actually being on a day-to-day basis, join us. Now in today's video, I want to do a bit of a provocative exercise to try and open your mind to considering and even hopefully being compelled to do more of what you want to do, to choose more of what you think is right and good, instead of trying to adjust and accommodate to others' expectations and what other people say and agree is right and good. And what I'm asking you to do is to write your big book of things that make you unlikable. A big book of the things that you have learned over your lifetime and that you've come to understand that you assume will make people not like you. Such an interesting and powerful exercise to do. So this is the first part of the exercise. I want you to start to write things down and try and fill perhaps a page, because I reckon you could probably find at least that many things that you think you should avoid because it's gonna make people not like you or not happy with you. So for example, they might be simple broad things like disagreeing with somebody. A lot of us have these things conflated, that if I disagree with somebody, professionally, personally, that's gonna make them not like me. Along the same lines, not taking someone's advice. So if somebody gives you advice on what they think you should do, whether it was asked for or not asked for, some of us feel obliged to do that because we worry that, well, if we don't take their advice, they're gonna not like that and not like us. I'm particularly thinking about parents and partners and perhaps senior colleagues at the moment with this example. If you overdress, this is something that's come up in my life. People will commonly make comments that sound very positive about how I would dress, as if I was dressing to be too much. And that's something that I had learned over time would make people not like me because I was too dressed up. Another one that springs to mind is being too happy. Some people, you might have learned over time, don't like you or don't seem to like it when you're too happy all the time. It bothers some people. That's something that I had learned was not likable in some cases. To give you some more examples to spark your personal list here, what about saying no to people? So say somebody socially asks you to come out and have a coffee with them, or even, go on a date with them, essentially. Some of us feel so strongly in people pleasing that we will even say yes to a date, even though perhaps there's no plan to be open on the date or consider that person a potential partner. But the idea of saying no to somebody can feel like such a strong rejection, and in your mind, a reason for them to strongly not like you. And you might have even learned that that's the case along the way, that when you say no to people in these instances, they will strongly suggest to you that they didn't like that and now they don't like you, and perhaps they start behaving differently towards you because of that. What about when you say no to helping somebody with a project at work? What about when you say no to helping a friend with a project at home? What about when you say no to babysitting your sibling's child? What about when you ask for help? What about when you ask for something more from somebody else? Is that something that makes you think will make that person not like you? Perhaps as a people pleaser, you're somebody who, when you receive requests, in your mind, you feel like you must say yes. And so they almost feel like demands. And you can think, how dare they ask me to do that? How dare they put me in this position to have to say yes? And so to you, asking for requests yourself can make you worry that people won't like you for that, can make you think that that will make people not like you. What about asking questions? Certainly professionally, particularly when we're working with lots of busy people as doctors, when you ask your other colleagues questions, it might feel like you're being an imposition in the same way. And in that case, you can also perceivably believe that that would make somebody not like you. So I want you to fill out this list for yourself and really notice. It can be hard to see this because these are usually behaviors that you will avoid doing in your life. But a couple of things to think about are disagreeing with people, having a different opinion with people. This is on personal or professional things. It can be things that are academic, political, life philosophy, decisions about what's the best holiday destination or where you should buy a house, whether you should have children or not, whether it's any of your business to weigh in on a discussion about somebody else's personal life if somebody's trying to gossip with you. Maybe it's anything that has you taking up space and taking up resources. Maybe it's you asking for help. Maybe it's saying no to other people asking for help or some other contribution. But I want you to write down this list of these things that you'd rather not do because they seem to put you at risk of another person disliking you. All right, that will be the first part of this exercise. So please pause the video now because otherwise it's very unlikely that you'll come back another time and do this exercise. So just take a couple minutes, take 2 to 5 minutes and write a bit of a list for yourself. Put a timer on so that you know you're not going to spend any more time in it than this. You've got this contained space of time, 5 minutes, 2 minutes. And just start to do this exercise and really apply it to yourself. And then come back to me and I'm going to give you part 2 of 2. So well done. Congratulations on being somebody who's actually taking this work and applying it to yourself. Not just intellectualizing, not just philosophizing, but actually applying it to your life. Using the work to create a change in yourself, being the change yourself. There's this beautiful quote that I just love. I think it's so powerful, and it's something along the lines of, you'd think a quote that I loved and think is so powerful I would have memorized, but it's more the essence of it. And there are so many people that want the world to change, want a change to happen, but there are so few people who are willing to change themselves in the world. So not only well done and congratulations, but also thank you for being that kind of person. Now, I want you to look at this list and review, how much is you're wanting to avoid being liked, being disliked by someone else, limiting your life. If, like so many humans, like all humans, dare I say, you have this natural tendency to want to connect with people, and we can easily conflate that with being liked by not just some people, but by everybody preferably. If you have this drive to be liked, that's not being questioned. And therefore, this list is a list of things that you're naturally, subconsciously, but also consciously trying to avoid. What becomes off limits to you in your life if you continue to make decisions in this way or allow your mind to prioritize these things to not be disliked? I want you to look at this list and contrast it with what you want to achieve with your life and the kind of person that you want to be. And ask if this list, which might include things like not being able to say no to people, not being able to have a different opinion to people, not being able to ask for help. I want you to ask if this list is compatible with the life that you want to have and what you want to achieve over your lifetime. Or if it becomes very obvious that in order to live the life that you want, you have to be willing to be disliked, or you have to be willing to question whether these things actually make you disliked. There's so much work, different angles that we can take this with coaching. So my beautiful friend, I hope this exercise has been enlightening for you. I hope that it has prompted potentially a massive change in your life, in how you want to make decisions in your life, and hopefully kick you off on a journey that starts to deprioritize what other people think and reprioritize up what you think and what you want and what's important to you, because you're the one who has to like yourself at the end of the day. And we commonly find with coaching that what we think makes us liked by others is in conflict with what makes us like ourselves. If this is work that you know you need to do in your life to create the life that you want, this is the exact type of work that we do every week in Dear Darling. Not only can you get coached yourself, but you can see all these inspirational, motivational, relevant examples of other highly successful women doing the work themselves. You can see the way that they solve the problems, and you can see the heights that they're aspiring to. You can see the belief systems that they're working to break down and rebuild so that they can become that self-governing person who's proud of their life. All right, my beautiful friends, I would love to see you in Dear Darling. The link is down below. If you found this video useful, let me know with a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to see more, and let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see more of, what would be helpful for you. And I'll see you guys in my next one.